Hello, beautiful souls. Wow, I missed you all so much. I know it's been a little. Um, you might hear a little music playing. I'm gonna have some music playing. Let me know after this video if it really distracted you, but my guides asked that everyone shift into their hearts for this video, and I know a way that I can help you assist to do that is just to play some calming music in the background to know that you always have the chance to access this calming feeling inside of you anytime you need. Um, because that is very needed right now. Okay. Hi. You may have noticed it's been a little since some of my videos. I think I say that every time. Uh, for those of you that are not new to my channel, you understand that I just do these as directed by my guides and as by my higher self. Um, and it's been interesting to me because with all the craziness, especially within the past few weeks going on, I thought that I was going to be called to hold videos and help individuals to be at peace like I've actually have been the past few weeks. But my guide said that I was actually needed to harness my own energy and to really begin to shift into these dimensions that are presenting themselves for all of us right now in order to share when the time is right. So I was given permission by my guides to finally share this video. I know my last few videos or some topics I talk about have been kind of 3D, and as I mentioned, I think a few videos ago, my guides have asked me to talk about more 3D perspectives in order to help individuals who are still within the 3D matrix kind of hear the words and resonate with them, even if they don't resonate or get triggered as soon as they hear me say them. My guides say that that was necessary for me to do for the past few months because it helped individuals when the time was right kind of have that light bulb aha moment of just waking up. And everyone wakes up in their own way and at their own pace, and we're all here beginning to realize that it's none of our business when that happens. All we can do is serve from our hearts and trust, have a ton of faith that it's happening exactly as it's meant to, and that those with eyes to see and ears to hear will hear and resonate with your information or with your energy or with whatever you have to offer when the time is right. So yeah, that's kind of what's been going on. So I've been off social media, which has been amazing. For anyone out there who's done that, highly recommend doing that. It really helps you physically focus on a physical and emotional level. I saw that my emotional and physical bodies were very upgraded as soon as I was off social media, but I really missed the memes. So can y'all just like turn on all of your telepathy channels so we can just talk that way and be able to stay off social media? So, because as soon as I got on, I had all these amazing memes that really did bring me joy. So, if you are still on social media, I do recommend making a very conscious choice to go through and unfollow any pages that you find yourself getting slightly triggered by or having any sort of part of yourself that you're giving your power away to or comparing yourself. No matter what it is, just unfollow. It's just, we're in a simple state of yes and no right now. So I don't know why I went on that tangent. Someone out there needed to hear that. And then follow only souls and pages that really serve you and that bring you joy. And when you look at them, you're only feeling joy and love, and you're excited to know that that information is out in the world. Okay, so that is, I guess, task one that we wanted to talk about. I do have a little note, just little dashes of things I want to make sure I talk about because this is probably going to go all over the place. So hi, welcome to this craziness of the past few, honestly, the past year. Bring it on, 2020. Okay, so we all understand that the election has happened and is obviously still, there's still some things. Basically, I don't want to, okay, rewind. Earlier, I was talking about how my guides asked me to kind of speak about 3D information, and I've been doing that. And I know I'll continue to do so when I'm drawn to, but this video is going to be from a higher perspective, mostly about fifth dimensional information. Yay. Hopefully those of you out there who are watching this are meant to shift into the higher dimensions with me. I'm going back to where I'm comfortable, back into the higher dimensions. This 3D shit show that's going on is just, it's not me. I know it's not a lot of you. We're not resonating with basically anything that's going on. I'm not judging anyone by any means, even myself, because I've obviously been within the 3D. We live in the 3D. We're never going to escape it, but it's all about our perspectives and where we choose to shift our energy to. And so this energy, I already shifted the room and I made a blessing. So anyone who's watching this, you are being up leveled right now by your guides and higher selves to shift up into the frequency of the fifth dimensional and higher in order to resonate with these words. So welcome. Thank you for coming to this video, understanding that you were directed here by your higher self, because we're all needing a little upgrade right now. I'll talk briefly about 3D perspectives because there's so much craziness going on right now, and there has been a president-elect, and I'm sorry, even if those quotes just triggered people, I just want to prepare all of our hearts that this is not officially over yet, and that the media and that certain souls out there always have agendas, and they want us all, of course, to think a certain way and to think that this has happened, this is done, let's move on, like what's next. And so within the next few weeks, I don't have a very strong timeline on this because, again, I've been in the higher dimensions. So in regards to 3D timelines, I'm not sure how long this could take, but I do hear from my guides, and you've probably been hearing it from other teachers as well, that this isn't over. It's not like we just have a new president and the world's moving on and we're all happy-go-lucky now. For a lot of individuals out there, a lot of people who aren't fully within their awakened bodies are going to see that and celebrate like that, and that's completely fine. There's absolutely no judgment on that because everyone's at where they're supposed to be at. So please, right now, if you're feeling yourself sending your consciousness or any sort of judgment to any group of people out there, call it back right now. Stay within your bubble in this entire video all the time, please. We do not need to be hurting each other anymore, consciously or subconsciously. If you even think about a group and feel some sort of judgment around it, call it back. We are done with that bullshit, you guys. Just do not do that to yourself and to others anymore. This is not what's needed right now. So that's all I really want to talk about 3D, because the media is wanting us to think a certain way right now and think that we're just going on. And they do have a very strong tendency to make us focus on one thing while undercover they're doing a bunch of other things. I don't want to go deep on what all of that is because I've gotten the download that the truth is going to be shown. Again, I don't know the timeline for when that's all going to happen, but the truth will be shown. And that's why all of us light workers and individuals within higher perspectives are meant to harness and self-love and self-pamper and focus internally on ourselves right now to create our strong boundaries of light so that when these truths are shown, we're finally stepping, not finally, because we're already all in our purpose, but we're in that, everyone kind of wants, they know, all of us, I know if you're feeling like me, you feel deep down there's something more coming and that you're going to be needed. Even if you are being needed right now, that's beautiful, and thank you for sharing yourself with others who need you right now. But if you're feeling what most of us are probably feeling, that you kind of just want to withdraw and just want nothing to do with what's going on, that's actually good. So please follow that. Realize that's your heart talking to you, because soon we will be needed in a way that we have come here for. We came here for a lot of reasons, but this is going to be a big reason, and it's to console individuals and to help individuals step through the paradigms as the matrix is falling around them, because we're going to be anchored in these higher dimensions. So when the matrix is, when this 3D matrix physically starts falling around them and they think the world's ending, we're standing in our true power and we're anchored with the earth. We're in alignment. Our light body, Omega Sphere, from my last videos I talked about, are in alignment with the earth so that we don't shift and fall apart with the matrix. Because again, from source point, from source's perspective, we are source, God, whatever you want to call it. We are our guides. We are one. And so when the matrices fall, if we're not anchored into the new versions of us, then we're going to fall with it, because we are that matrix, if that makes sense. So for us, what's collapsing right now, because we are anchored in these higher dimensions, what's collapsing for us is the matrices within ourselves that don't serve us, such as those lower versions of ego and fear and just all of those lower, denser emotions that we don't need to talk about today. That's what falls apart for us, which is how it's supposed to go. There's no right or wrong here, but with the timeline we're all on, as the matrix continues to dissolve, we don't get affected by the outside matrix. We're just focused on the internal matrix that's dissolving, which again is those parts of our ego or those lower, denser emotions that just don't serve us anymore. And again, when these shifts start occurring very fast and the physical starts falling down for everyone to see, and all these truths are shown, and people who aren't stable and anchored, such as where we're at, they're going to fall apart as well, because their outside and internal inside parts of them aren't anchored anywhere besides the outside, and the outside's breaking down. So this is not supposed to cause any fear. I just want to describe the confusion and the need for us to really be anchored and harnessed in our strength and our own light, because we will be needed to help those individuals find that within them. And you'll know when the time comes. So again, right now, in regards to anyone who's still feeling that fear or that anger towards what's happening and what the media is showing right now, please don't give your energy to it. So again, like I said, call back your energy. That even means towards the media. Yes, they have their own agendas, but we can't help ourselves if we try to attack them. All we can do to make sure that they stop doing what they're doing is to harness our own internal energy and to focus back on ourselves and trust and have so much faith. Faith is an actual aspect of our higher self that is so needed right now. Faith that it is all happening exactly as it is meant to. Because we are not meant to be feeding this duality matrix right now. My guides talked so much about this, and it'll probably come up a lot in today's video. And you may have heard other teachers speaking about this as well. But to kind of break it down so that you can kind of understand what I'm talking about, there is, so when I say matrix, first of all, or dimension, that's the same, those words are the same when I speak about them right now for this video, so we're in the third dimensional reality. Technically, if you watched a few videos, we're kind of on this bridge of the fourth to the fifth dimension right now. The shift that we're going to shift into is the fifth dimension, and that's complete unity, Christ consciousness, whatever you want to call it. That's coming. A lot of us are feeling it because we're kind of stepping our toes in the water over there and we're feeling it, but it's very easy to pop back out because we're 3D people right now and we're still in a very physical, dense body, which is normal, so we're going to be in the 3D world. But our consciousness is pure light. Our light bodies are pure light. So those are in the fifth dimension, and that's why we're feeling kind of tugged back and forth a lot, because it's way more comfortable over there, but we realize that we're very needed here right now. So what you're meant to do is pull over that peace, pull over that unity that you're feeling from your light bodies, anchor it into this body, embody it, and be a mirror for others so that we can all freaking get over there faster. That's how timelines shift. I'm all over the place. Oh, matrices. Thank you. So that's breaking down for individuals right now. So there is the 3D matrix that we're in is a duality matrix, and it is always going to be duality. When I say duality, it's me versus you, us versus them, my religion versus your religion. You probably heard me talk about this forever. My president versus your president, Democrat versus Republican, all of this stuff, even me saying that, like I feel my little triggers, but I'm not letting it sink me down. I'm feeling that though. And if you're feeling those energies and kind of triggers, even just by hearing those words, you understand that that means you're in the fifth dimension right now, and that your physical body is getting triggered, but your light body isn't letting it get affected by it. But that is what this matrix is. And it is supposed to be like that. We cannot get mad at the matrix for this. We can't judge it. We can't judge ourselves for experiencing the duality like we are, because this is where we learn. This is why we are here. We physically chose to come here in this lifetime to feel what it feels like to be in this duality, but at the same time shift into the golden age. And in this lifetime, we will make the shift that is happening. We are here. I know you all know that, and if that resonates as truth, congratulations. Let your cells just kind of up level and vibrate with that. Is we're making the shift in this lifetime soon, but we need to call that timeline quicker towards us if we would like to stop this craziness that's going on. But again, this craziness is supposed to happen. This craziness is happening for a reason. This duality is here for a reason. Everyone's playing their roles very well. So we're grateful for that, because obviously it's going how it's meant to, but it's so that we can learn and we can get to the point where we say enough is enough, and all we want to do is focus on the inside. what duality does, duality is amazing. If you actually look at duality as a form, or if you bring it in, it can be a being if you wish to communicate with duality. Sorry, not getting too metaphysical, but what I've learned by speaking with it is it's super responsible. It's super good at playing its role. Duality is really grateful for everyone for playing within it. It's not a, I don't want to say it's good or bad, but it's just duality just is. I hope that resonates with some people out there, but what it's doing is it's just showing us and getting us to a point where we are so, where we say enough is enough without judging what's on the outside of us. We just go, okay, I see, and I've learned so much through going through this matrix that I am going to search on the inside. All that is left is inside of me. It's much easier if you start there. That's why you hear like everything's inside of you. It really is. And I am here to like, that's not a cliche statement anymore, people. I'm here to say that is every freaking thing that you ever could need is on the inside of you, because what we are is microcosms of the macrocosm. We are pure energy. We are pure light. We are eternal. We are infinite. We are pure love. Let those words just resonate with yourself so that you can start resonating with that as your own truth. Again, you can hear all of these words. I can talk to you all day, but it won't resonate with you until your truth is ready to accept this and make it your own truth. So take what sits, leave what doesn't. But we're basically, what I'm saying is be grateful for all the shit that's going on. As weird as that sounds, it's happening like it's supposed to. No matter what happens, we are shifting into this higher dimension, and all that matters is who consciously is choosing with their free will to say yes to that shift. So that's coming. Yeah, I don't really want to get too far into the election. I know a lot of people out there are wanting me to talk about that, but again, what that's going to do is it's going to feed the duality. Even though I know we're meant to focus on the duality, there is those perspectives, and that's beautiful. And some of you out there, your purpose here is to focus on that. So if you're being drawn to speak about duality and to speak about the truths that are about to be shown and speak about all the stuff that's going to come up, and those truth warriors, those light warriors out there, I'm eternally grateful for you. Thank you for your service, and to continue to do so, and knowing that you as well have the ability to still sit within the fifth dimension. So you're doing a lot of work everywhere. But if I speak about this person's wrong and this person's right, and this is where we're going, and these truths need to be talked about right now, that's just not serving my soul personally. But if it is for you, please continue to share and to do so, because that's very needed. Because again, that's what I was doing the past few months. From one perspective, is that information is going to sit with individuals, and it's going to wake them up faster than it would if they waited till the matrix completely collapsed around them. But all I'm going to say about everything happening in the 3D right now is it's not over. We're not just done and all happy-go-lucky with our new president, because there's going to be a lot of other stuff that occurs with that, and to really, instead of focusing on that and worrying about that, letting that all play out how it's supposed to, because it's already in a timeline, it's already in effect, it's already happening. All you're going to do by sitting there and worrying and freaking out about it is to feed it more, so that it gets scarier for you and scarier for the world. That serves no one. So I'm just telling you it's not over, and so that you can realize the importance of harnessing your own energy and focusing on yourself right now. Okay, another 3D thing that's very beneficial right now, and what I've been doing, is your diet. Let's talk diets before I get super metaphysical. We are all, especially us light warriors out there right now, light workers, warriors just came out. I love that though. We are meant to lighten up our diets. I know probably a lot of you are like, yeah, I've been feeling drawn to that. And multiple readings, the guides have all come in and said, please tell them this, please. It's happened, oh my God, like almost every single reading. And everyone's like, yeah, I knew that I was feeling drawn to doing that. So whoever out there, this is me. This is a collective resonance of you are meant to lighten up your diets right now. Please let any triggers wash off of you as I'm just sharing what my guides are wanting me to share today. I'm really trying to let my higher self speak so that I can stay anchored and calm throughout this. If you can, I would, of course, never judge anyone for eating meat. But we are in a timeline right now, and it'll make sense when I get more into the shifts and metaphysical stuff later in this video, is we're in a timeline where Harnessing other individuals' energies will not serve you. This is on a mental and emotional level. So if someone's constantly thinking about you and shoving their energy towards you, that's going to actually make you sick. And so, first of all, really start protecting your energy each morning, setting your intention for that golden orb or whatever feels good for you. Call in your guides, a circle of empowerment and protection around you every morning to not take on the projections of other people, of other people's energies consciously or subconsciously that they are sending towards you. Because sometimes they're well-meaning, but still, regardless, we are meant to be fully ourselves, only ourselves right now. We are not meant, not like we've never meant to be taking on other people's energies, but especially right now with the shifts that are coming, we have to be fully in tune with only our energy within and around us in our Omega sphere or Leonardo sphere, our aura. So from that perspective, we're not meant to take on anyone's energies. This includes animals' energies, especially when they happen to be past animals that weren't asking to be killed. I'm sorry. Please erase any triggers that are coming up right now, but this is what my guides were saying is taking on other individuals' energies. When I say individuals, this includes animals, any sentient life forms out there. This is what that includes. We're not meant to be harnessing it right now. We just simply are. Our digestive tracts are upgrading, and they're not going to be digesting properly any other people's energies. It's just going to cause some harm. Of course, if you really feel like you need it, I always would say, listen to your body, listen to what you need. But please get clear about, is it your body actually saying it, or is it an old 3D want? So getting out all energies that are not meant for you, that aren't yours. And then in regards to lightening it, what my guide said is the process of how we should be eating food right now is going light, heavy, light. So in the morning, I'll just share what I'm doing. So I'm full veggie and fruit, just only veggies and fruits right now, as well as a raw diet because oils right now or cooking foods is not serving me as well. And it was actually very surprisingly easy to do this because I actually went from vegetarian, skipped over vegan, and went straight to raw. So it actually was pretty easy. So for any vegetarians or vegans out there, this will be very easy for you. Probably the only difference is to stop cooking as much food. Because again, the molecules of the food when you cook it can just die down, cannot give you the nourishment or the vibration that they need because raw foods are holding that vibration. Just like babies, they come out of the womb and they're so new and raw. Ew, sorry, gross term, but their vibration is so vibrant because they're, first of all, directly just came straight from source. And they have nothing else in them, and so it's only their vibration that's vibrating super high. So this is how foods are as well, like right off of the vine or local organic products, especially eating local because your vibration is set to the local surroundings around you. So the food that's grown locally is going to match your vibration and serve you better. It's still great if it's organic, if you can't get anything local, but it is better locally because it will just serve you that much more. So I wake up, I juice. I do a green juice and a red juice. So any vegetables, any organic vegetables, kale, celery. Okay, I wasn't going to do this, but I'm just going to tell you what I've been drinking. So I wake up and I do a green juice and a red juice. My green juice is kale and celery, lemon, turmeric, ginger, and horseradish is my green juice. And I drink that first because what that's doing is it's serving your heart and your energy system and your cells that need to be opened up. And then next I drink my red juice, which is carrots and apples and pears and beet. I do 2 apples and then 2 carrots, 1 pear, and 1 beet for the red juice. That one's actually delicious. Derek just says he could drink that one all day. The green one's not bad either. It's just you'll feel very vibrant. It actually got me off of caffeine because again, caffeine is going to be kind of a stimulant that doesn't serve fully as well. But I'm not saying don't be like, she just told me to stop drinking coffee. No, but I actually just like naturally stopped having to drink it. I'll drink it if I'm feeling drawn to and I just want to because it just brings joy, which again is a frequency I can hold. So if anything that's bringing you joy in regards to that, do it. I'm not saying to cut anything cold. I'm just saying you'll start realizing, listening to your body more, that this is serving you. So then I juice, and then I have a smoothie around like 11 a.m., early lunchtime, and then around like 1 or 2, or kind of like a lunch afternoon. that's when I have my warm meal and my heaviest meal. So it's best to have your heaviest meal in the afternoon, and that is when I steam. So if I want anything warm, I steam it so I can avoid oils and I can avoid taking any vibrations out of it that aren't serving it. A very slow steam, but sometimes if I need to go fast, I do like a 25-minute, 30-minute steam with a sweet potato, any squash or zucchini is really good too. And then tomatoes, avocados, whatever like denser, heavier foods that feel good for your body that still are holding that frequency. And then I shift, if I need like a snack, I'll do like raw almonds or anything like that. And then adding protein, I just heard people ask, how does she get her protein? So adding protein into your smoothies has been most beneficial for me. I also own a gym. I don't know if you guys know that, and I am feeling great. So for any of you out there who are working out, it has not harmed me whatsoever. I've been gaining muscle still. I've still been doing everything perfectly to my highest ability for my clients and feeling great. So those protein questions, you can get it from your smoothies. You can get it from your vitamins and sources as well. And then at nighttime, I do another large smoothie. And then you can also make like frozen ice cream with fresh fruits and dates. Oh my God. I discovered dates. I'm probably behind the trend on that, but they're amazing. Sorry, I'm talking so much about food right now, but that's really been serving me because what's happening is, and again, this will make sense when I start talking about the shifts, is we are meant to be full of our own prana, our own chi, our own life force energy that is always around us and within us, but we're meant to let it physically flow smoothly through us, very smooth and fluid. And so if you eat very heavy at night or have other energies of other beings within you, whether it's from an animal or a person, what happens is your digestion tract and your mental, emotional, and physical body are focused on helping get rid of that so that the energy can continue to flow through you smoothly. Especially right now with the shifts, it's happening all the time. People have been having probably some crazier dreams out there. I've been hearing a lot of my clients talk about that. That's because, especially for eating lighter at night, your bodies and all of your bodies, your mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual body is focused on getting prana and chi through you smoothly so that you can upgrade with the shifts that are here right now. They're here. They're not coming. They're here. There's these dimensions and this bridge here that I'll talk about that we are meant to be on, that we already are on, but we're meant to anchor on. And so how to anchor onto it is to let energy go exactly as it's meant to through us, within and around us. It creates like a toroidal field. I never say that word right. I did it. So look up that term if you need to, but that's what chi and life force energy is always doing. It's always creating that toroidal field around us. So it goes like up, out, and back up. It's kind of like that big spheric shape, that cycle of energy. So again, when you eat heavier or have other people's energies within and around you, your light body or your physical body is focused on getting rid of that first or helping use it however it should be used. Hopefully it's taking some sort of nutrient out of it if there's any nutrients in it. And then trying to digest, and there's so much focus and it's just tiring. And it used to be a very natural process for our bodies to go through because we needed to stay more grounded in this 3D, but the 3D is breaking down. So we're within this 4D, 5D, and we're meant to eat light right now. So that our bodies can focus on what they're supposed to do rather than focus on something else and then get over to us. And by that time we might be waking up and eating again. So that's the diets. Okay. How do we want to talk? Let me take a sip of water quick. Okay. So my higher self right now just wants to, from my heart to all of you, let you begin to feel, because that was a lot of 3D stuff. So let's shift back into the 5D here. So please allow my energy to come into you if you're comfortable with that, or ask your higher self to direct. But these are the terms my higher self is saying we're all meant to embody and to permeate throughout and around us right now is love. So, okay, let's do a little exercise to anchor into this. So as you breathe in, say, or internally you can say, I am. So I am. And as you exhale, pure love. What's going to happen is you're connecting to your heart center when you breathe in, and you're allowing your belly to expand out. And when you exhale out, it's going to every cell of your body and permeating the system around you. So whatever you say, whatever intention, because when you say I am, sets all of your cells to be like, okay, whatever she says next, we're going to resonate with. And so when you say with a pure intention, with your heart-centered consciousness, what you want, it's going to go all around you. So shifting into the higher dimension, beginning to up level here. Breathing in, I am pure love. Breathing in, I am eternal. I am infinite. I am pure joy. I am laughter. I am pure peace. I am calmness. I am pure love. I am whole. I am divine. I am infinite. I am pure light. One more breath. I am. And exhaling, I am. Connecting to your heart here, bringing all attention to your breath as if you have a nose on your heart, breathing into your heart. That pure, unconditional, divine love that you're feeling, that peace, and exhaling it to every cell of your body. So just become aware that your cells are their own separate beings, their own cute little baby beings inside of you, the millions, billions, trillions of cells. And they're constantly watching and listening and learning from you. Whatever you're focusing on, they're focusing on. Whatever you're thinking about, they're thinking about. Whatever you're telling yourself about yourself or about someone else, they do that as well. But they have light within them. They are light. And so that's why if you're thinking or sending judgment about another person, they see that and they send it to that person because they think that's their job, because they're light and they travel at that speed and they go to the cells of that individual, which just isn't needed. So let's tell ourselves to come back to our heart, telling ourselves to focus on our heart and telling your heart hello, feeling your heart expanding. You might feel a little bit of warmth, that higher vibration. Bring that smile to your face. Let that energy just permeate to saturate all throughout your body, giving that love to every cell of your body, telling every cell, thank you, I love you. Telling your heart, thank you, I love you. Telling your entire body, thank you, I love you. Any heaviness you might be feeling, just allow this to calmly saturate and soothe, wash over any heaviness, emotions, or physicalities within you that need soothing at this time. Just continue to breathe into this and anchor into this. Begin to tap into what it feels like to be in tune with yourself, to be in tune with your own vibration. This is you that you're all beginning to feel. This is who you can always come back to be. This version of yourself is never, ever, ever lost. All we're doing right now as a collective and as individuals is remembering how to access, how to come back to this version of ourselves and to be a mirror for others. It's not our job to make others do that. You all willingly just did that alongside of me, and I'm grateful for that and welcome. It feels really good, right? But again, we can't just go out and force everyone to do that. So we have to be mirrors for it because they'll match it. Their cells are watching what your cells are doing and what your light is doing. Your cells are light, so their light is watching what your light is doing. And how it works, how the laws of the universe work is lower vibrations have to come up and meet the higher vibrations. They naturally do that unless someone consciously chooses to stay low. And that's duality. So welcome to this dimension, this part of us. Let's stay here. So I had some awesome downloads coming in. What's happening right now is we're all beginning to anchor onto this bridge. So there's this duality matrix, and then there's this like fourth dimensional bridge, the rainbow bridge, the Golden Light Bridge, whatever resonates with you, whatever you may have heard. There's a lot of prophecies from ancient tribes, especially the Hopi tribes, really, and the Mayan tribes, the Tibetan. They all speak about this. This is not something new that's happening. This is all ancient. This is all prophesized, and we're all learning how to anchor onto it right now to keep our feet on the bridge instead of like sliding off. I literally picture, and some of you are probably picturing it, Mario Kart, the Rainbow Bridge race, how it's like slippery as shit. You want to stay on the bridge because it's very easy to pop back and forth from one side of the bridge to another, to fall off of it. But what's happening is if you fall off, we don't judge ourselves. We just get to have another life and come on right on back. But we want to anchor on it so that eventually we're just on it and there's no way for us to fall off of it. And we keep our eyes on that bridge, seeing the destination ahead, seeing what's coming, seeing that higher dimensional, fifth dimensional, or beyond realities that we want this world to be. Because what it does is when we focus on that, in our 3D perspective, it might look like a linear timeline, but there's no time from these higher perspectives. And so when you focus on it, when enough of us focus only on that rather than all this duality shit that we've left behind that isn't making sense, and we understand it's breaking down, and that our process right now, our mission is to anchor onto the bridge rather than feed the duality and to focus on it and allow it to expand. We're going to push that away. We're going to focus on the bridge, and we're going to look ahead, see the destination, see where we are in our current now moment of our expansion and our learning how to be these newer, higher versions of ourselves that we already are, with all of our human emotions still. We're not going to lose any of our emotion. We're still going to have our ego, but it's going to be from more of a perspective of keeping us safe and keeping us in tune and in communication with ourselves rather than letting it be the one who's in charge. So when we're focused on the path ahead and on the higher dimensions that we're shifting into, again, there's no linear time frame, so it's going to Okay, hi. So enough of us begin to focus on the path that we're on this higher dimensional reality, this unity consciousness that we're pulling in. And what it does is it collapses timelines because we're saying, hey, we want to live this now. We don't see it ahead of us. We are this now because we're willingly saying, yes, we're ready. Let's do this. Enough of us begin to focus on it, and this collective intention will call this timeline to us now. But regardless, we're on the bridge. It's going to come. It's just we have the power to make it happen as more of us do this. That's simple. That probably seems like common sense, but I want to talk about that because what's happening is there's been a lot of galactic. So let's go galactic. I love my star families. They are here. So allow your star families to step closer to you for this to resonate. There's been so many galactic meetings happening. They're always happening, but very intentional and towards Earth and towards our transformation. Every time I tune in, I have to like make an intention. I love my guides so much, obviously, but I actually have to, it's like funny. I have to be like, hey, can you like be quiet real quick? Because they're constantly talking, constantly, not to me, but to each other and having meetings. My guides are, your guides are, but as well as the collective, all of our guides are going to galactic meetings. We don't have to understand any of this, but it's constantly happening. And those of us that are tuned in, you might feel like it seems louder than usual. It's because it's constant meetings coming through. And for them, they're learning just as much as we're learning. They're learning how to shift and help us shift from a higher dimensional reality because they're in complete unconditional support of these shifts that we're going through. And they're learning how to not lower their vibration, but work with their vibrations and keep it at a higher level to access us and help us raise our vibrations. And there's so much going on, but I just wanted to talk about that because especially for those channelers out there, if it feels noisier than usual, you can set an intention for your guides to kind of quiet it down a little. They're probably already doing it right now because they're like, oh, now she's aware that we're talking about her. It's all love, but they're in complete support of us because they see the state of transformation we're in. They're saying, listen to your calls. That's been a big one. The most recent meeting a few nights ago, a lot of us might have some weird deja vu moments and be like, I feel like I was there. A lot of us have been in these meetings. That's why your dreams have been extra wild, is your light body is going to these meetings every single night, but now your consciousness is vibrating high enough that it can travel with your light body, if that makes sense. So your human body, when it comes back, when you wake up in the mornings, is going to remember parts of that. but you've been going to these meetings and you've just been witnessing and holding space, or possibly partaking and speaking about, if that's your mission of how to make this shift, which I know I've been doing. But it's listening. They say listen to your calls has been the most recent one, and I thought that was interesting. Is that's what they call our heart, whatever our heart, because they don't even understand the brain technology. They do, because they're our guides, but the brain to them does nothing besides help us keep safe in this physical reality. So it's very needed here. But in those higher dimensions, our heart's calling all the calls. So they're saying listen to your calls has been a big one. I know this sounds so cliche, and we talk about it all the time, but it's so important right now, because just the simple call. Let's talk about the collective. Yes, we all have different things we're drawn to. Yes, as an individuals, we all want to do something that we're all meant to follow our hearts. But what's happening right now is we're receiving this collective call. They're calling our hearts right now. It's for them to match and to focus upon this bridge that I was talking about. We're meant to be anchoring onto this bridge and to be called towards it. A lot of us have already felt that call, and that's why we're going through all of this transformation right now and being like, okay, I'm saying yes, I'm listening to this call. So this is kind of out there. This message is for anyone who needed the last little like push to start making this transformation and to get on track with the higher dimensions and to let go of the old you and the duality. Hey, this is your time. This is your message. Congratulations. We're welcoming you with open arms and open hearts. But listen to the call that you're hearing, because you're going to hear it louder than usual. A lot of you won't want to believe it. Or not us really here, but a lot of individuals out there are going to hear it, but they're going to be scared, because what we're doing is we're choosing as light warriors to step into the unknown, to step onto this bridge and be like, all right, to surrender. Here we go. I don't even know what this means, but I can feel that I'm meant to do this. That's what we're all saying right now. And a lot of people who aren't willingly choosing to do that is completely fine. Absolutely no judgment towards them, because we don't want them to fall off the rainbow bridge. We want them to stay on it with us. And if they're not ready, all they're going to do is slip off, and we can't hold a million people up there. We're meant to do it and to show others how to do it, so that they can do it themselves. So they're going to see that we're stepping into the unknown, and that is fucking terrifying to a lot of people, because it's much safer to stay small and to stay in tune with what they know, because even if it doesn't serve them, even if it's not calling any part of their body or system and telling them or resonating with them that this feels good, a lot of them unfortunately just don't even care, because they feel safer. And we know that we are safe, and that we're also willing to step into the unknown. So don't judge anyone, but listen to the call of stepping onto this bridge right now. The golden timeline is here. Remember, I woke up just like with tears in my eyes, because this was so beautiful. As it was yesterday morning, I can't even remember. It's all blending. I woke up kind of in that state of still in my dreams, still in channel with my guides and coming back from those meetings. But, okay. So what my dream was I was coming back, and I was looking at Earth, because I am a grid worker. That's one of my divine purposes here. And I look from above, and then I come to the physical Earth, and I create grids here, and I bring love and joy and allow people to create their own grids. Anyways, a lot of you are grid workers as well. So if you feel drawn to being outside of Earth and looking down from above, some of us aren't, and we're more drawn to being anchored and looking up and creating above. But so anyways, what I did, so I was looking down, and there's these around Earth right now. When you shift into the 5th dimensional, I was actually coming down from an 8th dimension. I remember coming down, and I was getting like through dimension to dimension. I was coming towards Earth, and there was these large like golden marbles, altars just surrounding Earth. And there was this beautiful golden frequency that was like coming from the bottom of the altars and out of the top of them, and they were just like washing over the Earth with this very powerful, very beautiful golden energy. And it was just so pure. I have like full chills remembering it, as your bodies are probably resonating with that as well, is this golden, it was like washing our planet. And it looked like Mother Earth was like taking the most beautiful golden bubble bath ever. Like, hello, I want to do that. But we are doing that. That's what we're receiving it but it's making the world look like a shitstorm. So it's not as calming as Mother Earth is, but she's in the fifth dimension is basically what I'm getting at. Is she was washing over. She's made the shift and she was just kind of cleansing and taking that soothing bath right now so that she can step out of the bath and be like, all right, children, let's handle your shit now. She would never say that to us, but that's any moms out there, like, might resonate with that. Is it was this beautiful golden energy and it was washing around the planet. And then I wanted to just stare at it, but I felt my body kept going back. And so then I came down to the earth and I was in my body, but I was also on the earth plane. I remember being out in nature and I was looking up and then I could see the golden energy still like washing through, and I saw other souls and it was washing through all of their hearts, through their entire physical, mental, emotional, spiritual bodies. And people were just, who were conscious of it, were just saying, yes, thank you, yes, like accepting it. And those who weren't conscious of it were still receiving it. And then it was just sitting in different parts of them that their higher selves were directing it to go to. But those that were conscious of it were completely golden. We're completely flooded in this light as well, just like Mother Earth was, because she was consciously accepting the love, which means any of us who consciously accept, or the golden energy, any of us who will consciously accept it, will be full of gold as well. So just right now, if you want to feel it, it's still going on. I don't know how long it's been going on. I didn't get a timeline, but I saw for the next about like 7 years, this is really it's gonna pick up more and more. But it's been going on for a while and it's been waking a lot of us up. There's so many different things that have been helping do that as well. But if you just tap in and just, it's very easy because it's already here and your higher self has already placed these golden like turn on switches inside of you that you needed, but now you're consciously aware of it. Just like all of us are here right now. So you just say, yes, thank you. I accept, I receive. That's a beautiful mantra that the Sophia Code Cosmology works with as well, to accept and receive everything that is meant for you, because this is meant for us right now. And it's actually, it's not selfish at all to take it because it's unconditional. So you need to just, whatever parts of you that need to soothe, whatever triggers, whatever, anything inside of you that you want to be fed with, take it in, be greedy with it, feed yourself with this yummy golden energy that is everywhere. Imagine it, picture it, all within every cell of your body. Feed your cells, because again, your cells are like, yeah, I want some of that too. So give your cells what it's asking for. All of your system, your light body around you as well. So you're just this constant golden walking orb. And when you're out in the physical reality right now, like after this video and you're walking around your neighborhood, still feel that that gold is within and around you. Even if you're in a meditation, it's much easier to do that. But what's really fun is when you start doing it out in the world, because it starts permeating to everyone around you. That is like, you walk by someone on the walk, and if they consciously feel your vibration and they go, whoa, I want to like feel like her, that's them consciously saying yes, and they'll be that match that vibration too. But if someone's not, they'll still be in touch with it and it'll still feed them how it's meant to. But regardless, it's most important that you feed yourself right now. Walking barefoot also right now is very important. Mother Earth is saying that to remind me to tell you all right now is we are negatively charged humans, and she is positively charged. And so like magnets, I'm not a scientist, but when negative and positive come together, they stick and it creates harmony. So this is another way that's very beneficial to start preparing your body to shift on and to stick onto this bridge, is to walk barefoot, because the soles of your feet, your feet chakras, are going to completely attract and magnetize and be up-leveled with Mother Earth's body as well. So that's very beneficial right now if you've been drawn to doing more of that. But yes, oh, okay, so the main part about the golden energy. So that was beautiful, super fun dream. I woke up, I've been working with the golden energy, and then I asked my guides, I was like, I want to know more about this. Like, what can I tell people on this video about it? And it was so beautiful, because what they showed me is we are all, which we've all known, we are all microcosms of the macrocosm. Everything going on around us is technically an illusion from one perspective, because it's actually happening on the inside of us and we're just projecting it out and creating our reality around us. That's why your thoughts or emotions create your reality, because they really do. We are just pure light and the entire universe is inside of us. So how they showed me is the planets. When I say that, all of the planets are inside of us as well. What's happening right now is our brain is mainly focused in regards to our 3D dimensional duality matrix. That is kind of like The outside world of duality is happening because we're using our brains to create it. So our brains, if we want to, what I'm trying to do right now is name each of our like internal parts of our body that we want to focus on and label it and show you what it is on the outside, what the microcosm is of the macrocosm. So our brains is duality, what's happening as the 3D right now. Our hearts are Mother Earth. They physically are. If you actually got like into a deep channel and you looked at your earth, you looked at your down at your body and your heart, you'll see that your heart is Mother Earth. And our solar plexuses, is that a word? Solar plexus is the sun. And then there's another chakra kind of right above it. That's actually the galactic sun, or our navel chakra too can also be portrayed as this. So there's our solar system sun that we see when we look up. And then there's the galactic sun, which is the sun for the entire galaxy. Those are two very important things to know, that the galactic sun, first of all, is a thing out there that you can say hello to. So another way to look at it is Mother, Earth, Father, Sun. Mother, Father. If that triggers you, if there's some parental stuff, that's actually surprisingly a thing I've found out by working with the terms Mother Earth and Father Sun, is you might find some triggers, or you might not be able to open up unconditional love if the word mother and father trigger some people, which is completely fine. So if Earth and Sun feels better, or whatever, nature and galaxy, whatever feels good for you, use the terms that fit and keep your vibration high. But what's happening is this golden energy. So again, everything, microcosm of the macrocosm. So from the outside, I saw that there was this beautiful gold energy washing over everything. So then I was like, okay, then what's the golden energy inside of me? Where's the golden energy? What's the microcosm inside of me that's making this macrocosm on the outside that we're seeing? And it's this bridge. It's actually the bridge. So when I say bridge, what's happening is, yes, there's like a physical bridge being created to help us shift into the next dimension that we're all walking on. But what's happening inside of us, why that's happening, is because we're connecting a bridge from our brains into our hearts, from our duality to Mother Earth. And there's this beautiful golden bridge, this golden channel of light that's inside of all of us right now, that's going back and forth. It's beautiful figure eights. There's so much beautiful energy. You might be, if you are consciously thinking about it right now, you might feel like your throat's wanting to expand, because when you think about it, it expands very large. So this is a very good channel to come in tune with and expand around you to find that peace, that vibration, that soul essence that you are. If you want to be in contact with it, that's a very good way to focus on it. Is there's this channel of light that's beginning to connect from our brains into our hearts, and we're meant to follow that bridge. So it's as if you, so this is pretty trippy. This is what my heart course kind of focuses on, so we're not going to go full into it right now. But understand, how many times have you heard, this is just, our physical body is just an avatar, and who we actually are, even who you are watching this video, isn't your body. It's actually a soul that's inside of the body, and you're watching it, and you're using all of your organs to understand the words that I'm saying. But you're just a soul at its essence, and you have a light body that perfectly matches this body, but you can make that form into any form you want. So you can make it up into the size of a marble, and you can do that right now super easily. So your body's still sitting in the chair watching this video, but now your soul is just a tiny little marble, and it's looking out of your eyes right now, or out of your third eye, and you're just like a tiny little being inside of this huge body. And that's when you'll start hearing and seeing all the planets and solar system and everything inside of you. That's when you'll first start tapping into that. So highly recommend doing that in a meditation. But again, what we're meant to do is, most of us right now are resided within our brains, that little marble soul part of us that I just made us into, is we're sitting in our brains, and we're meant to start stepping that soul onto this golden path and walking down to our hearts. Every single day, every single moment we remember to, eventually we're going to do that enough where we're going to be anchored down here. So when I tell you to make yourself into a little ball, and to make your soul and call your soul in to make a little sphere, you're going to realize that you're looking out of the center of your chest. You're physically looking out of the center of your chest, because you're going to be anchored in your heart. And that's what we're meant to do in order to stick ourselves onto this bridge. I cannot express how important that is to start playing with your internal vibration. A lot of people right now are wanting to pop out of their bodies, are wanting to do astral travel, which is like super cool, super fun, but it's way easier, and you'll get way more information, and it's way safer to do it inside of you, because nothing can get inside of you. Your higher self, you have so much protection around you that you don't even understand, is focus on the inside, astral travel around the inside of your body. Everything's on the inside already. But in regards to the bridge, is this golden bridge, this golden energy that I saw, the microcosm that's inside of us is this, there's this golden field that's being upgraded for all of us as directed by our higher selves that we're meant to put our souls onto, to focus our conscious attention onto and shift our souls onto that path, and then just begin to walk down it like you're physically, it can be a spiral staircase. You can make the channel into any shape you want, but get that little part of your soul to shift down into your heart. Your heart actually has a third eye, or an eye, so you can actually see out of your heart. Sorry, I didn't think I was going to go that far. This is a really high technology that a lot of ancients used, but working with heart energy is beyond important right now. But regardless, what's for this moment right now is set your conscious attention to shift onto this golden path inside of you, as well as on the outside. So how that's going to manifest on the outside is choosing to consciously shift into unconditional peace, unconditional love, unconditional acceptance for everything going on, not feeding the duality. That's how you're going to manifest it on the outside. On the inside, in your meditative states or whenever you can remember to, you're going to shift down into the earth, down into the heart center. So what that's doing is bridging the external with the internal, or bridging the internal with the external. So once we make that bridge and we consciously begin working with it, then that's going to manifest, because microcosm of the macrocosm, that's going to manifest this bridge out into the physical, so that we all are going to eventually see a physical bridge, whether you want to hear that or not. When this shift occurs, there will be a dimensional bridge that we're seeing that we realize we have to step through. You could call it a portal. I'm not completely sure how it's going to manifest itself, but again, it happens by all of us choosing to consciously work with this, to anchor ourselves into this unconditional love. And it's really not hard. It's very easy. It's very natural. This is like the back of our hand for a lot of us. It's very natural to choose this. But it's interesting that we have to talk about it and remind people to do that. And so again, all this is reminding you. You're not learning all of this. You're just remembering. Tenacity will be needed, because this takes a lot of faith, takes a lot of stepping into the unknown. So a lot of tenacity and a lot of self-compassion, a lot of being your number one fan, like just being like, hell yeah, JoJo, I love you, and sincerely meaning it. Having sincerity behind all of your words. Stop saying anything if you don't mean it. No matter what you say, you should feel it. You have to feel things right now, because we're shifting out of a physical matrix. We're breaking that matrix down. And so you have to sincerely feel what you're saying. And that's how the new dimensions will be called here, but that's not important. Again, sincerity, Hathor, if you're drawn to the Hathor Star Nation or ancient Egyptian technology, this is what they literally, their mystery schools, they would spend hours and days and months and years working on just like one syllable or one noise, and sincerely learning everything about that syllable and sincerely feeling on all parts of their being what it felt like to speak that symbol out loud, or that noise or mantra, whatever it is. And now we're just in this weird world and we just say whatever the fuck we want without sincerely meaning it or thinking about it. And just slow down. I know I'm very guilty of this because I talk very fast, but if I'm saying it from the heart, that's okay. My heart's wanting to get that going fast. Anyone who's had a reading out there with me knows that it goes very fast, but it's all from the heart. But in communication with other people, or conversations, or while you're having dinner, or looking at yourself in the mirror, self-love, a self-love practice is so important right now, from head to toe, sincerely telling your body, telling every single organ, all parts of you, how much you love it, how grateful you are for it, smiling at it, telling it, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, I love you, I love you. And meaning it, not just saying it and then feeling some little part of judgment around you. But it'll make it very clear very fast what parts of you kind of need to focus on more if you're not sincerely meaning what you're saying to yourself as well as to others. I practiced this very easily a few years ago by just looking at my dog and telling it anything that you unconditionally love, you just do, and you look at it, and when you say, I love you so much, and you feel what that feels like to sincerely mean it, try that on yourself now. And what parts of you aren't you fully loving? Because there's nothing about you that you shouldn't fully be loving right now. So self-love practice is super important. Calling your energies back. Again, I touched on that earlier. is our cells right now, our vibration is very aware of what we're thinking about and who we're sending judgment or projections to, consciously or subconsciously. So right now you can just say it. It's super easy. Just as directed by my higher self, I call all energies back to me that serve me. I do not take on the projections of anyone else's projections towards me, whatever feels good for you, but call your energy back so you can feel full, and your energy is for you. It's not for anyone else, okay? So that will help you get very clear. Sorry, going off some notes here. That'll help you get very clear on where you're sending your energy to. So notice when you start, like if you're on Instagram or you're going out through the world, are you being present or are you thinking about something else? And if you find yourself thinking about something else, instead of just being like, oh, be present, call back whatever energy you just sent to that situation. Call it back, because even if you get present again, sometimes you won't consciously bring your energy back with you. So then you are really feeling like you're spreading yourself thin. Does that make sense? So really call your energy back. Whether it's from the past, this could also be timeline. This is a lot of my clients work with. A lot of them are either living a lot of their energies in the future or in their past selves, or parallel lifetimes. It could be anywhere. And it's okay to think about it, but as long as when you come back, be like, hey, like, bring my energy with me. It's like a little bag you're carrying with you. And then send gratitude and blessings to whatever situations you're realizing you're calling your energy back from, saying, hey, like, thank you for that, like, lesson of duality or of not being present or whatever you were thinking of. I'm grateful for you. Like, if whether it's a person you were thinking about or a situation or a past version of yourself or a future scenario you're creating, send blessings and love to it. Actually, that's actually going to help heal everything and call back your power to its fullest extent. And it's going to feel way better. You're going to feel just like, I just feel really good and really complete and really whole right now. Super beneficial. Because a lot of people, what's going to happen, mostly for people who aren't fully awake or consciously choosing to go through this growth period, is all the craziness that's manifesting around them, and they don't really know why. It's because they haven't taken care of it mentally or emotionally yet. And how this works, I talk about this a lot, is what pain really is it's something in your emotional or mental body that you're not focusing on because you're so in tune with the physical reality. So it sees that and it goes, well, if she's in the physical reality, I might as well physically harm her somewhere so that she pays attention to me, because I'm not feeling too good in the mental body right now, but she's not looking at that. So I'm going to hit her physically. So that's like what pain or like sicknesses are within bodies, but that also can happen as situations around you, because if you're not consciously choosing to work with some situation that's not serving you, or some friends, or hanging out with friends that don't serve you, or a job that doesn't serve you, or no matter what it is, if you're not mentally or emotionally speaking with that part of your life, it's going to manifest as like a physical hell. And that's not to be scary. That's to get your attention really fast so that you finally go, oh shit, like, okay, enough is enough. I'm going to do this now. That's going to be happening a lot right now. It's happening very fast because this golden energy is just washing over us and being like, let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. But it doesn't just wash away and poof like magic. How you get rid of things is you got to look at it in the face and be like, oh my God, this is a part of myself that, or part of my life that isn't serving me anymore. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for it because it taught me so much. I'm not judging any part of myself that stepped into this like scenario. I'm loving this part of myself. I'm loving this situation because it's taught me so much, but it doesn't serve me anymore. So bye. Like, and just from that mentality, like how I spoke to it, that's how you should speak out loud or internally to these situations or to yourself, because first of all, it makes it much lighter, but you'll sincerely feel from your heart, like the gratitude for the learning experiences you went through, even with all of your human emotions. I'm not saying this is going to make you feel all like rainbows and butterflies, but it's going to make you be more willing to face these obstacles, and it'll help you stop looking at them like they're pains in the asses, and that they're actual things to be grateful for, and that obstacles are just teaching you how to expand. Because eventually, the more that you show the universe that you're doing this, it's going to see that you're doing that. Like, you can call this the tests and be like, okay, she doesn't need to learn through fear and pain anymore. She just wants to learn through joy and laughter, and she's grateful for everything, no matter what it is. So it's going to start matching you to situations that you're just grateful for everything. It's like, try to put something in. That's like the definition. That's 2020 is awesome because it's preparing all of us to do that. It's like something insane could happen right now and all of us would be like, okay, that makes sense. Cool. What's next, you know? But we're doing this more from a loving standpoint. So I don't know if that was a great analogy. So again, be very at peace right now. Everything is happening exactly as it is meant to. But again, this isn't over. The 3D reality isn't over. It's just going to get crazier. And that's why we're not meant to help feed that craziness. It's going to be crazy whether we're in the crazy or not. So why not be the way shower, the first wave of being on this bridge? And then people are going to get so insane over in this duality matrix, and then they'll just like collapse. And then they'll be like, what are all those people who are glowing over on that bridge? What are they doing? I want to do what they're doing. They'll have to hit the rock bottom. We won't have to hit the rock bottom. You don't have to hit rock bottom to say, I want more. I know there's more. Like that, you don't have to. Some people will unfortunately do that, but we'll be there and be like, with open arms, we're going to accept them in. So no matter what happens, no matter what side you were on in the duality matrix, step the fuck out of the duality, be on this bridge of unity, so that when people who were in duality, even if they were on the other side of you, you're not looking at them like that anymore. You're accepting them with open arms, you're consoling them, you're helping them shift into their hearts by being there for them, by not saying, I told you so. Do not say that. That is not going to serve anyone, because they will find out that you told them so eventually. That doesn't matter. That's duality. Don't feed that. Feel that part of you that when you say, I told you so, feel what part of your body kind of lights up. And it was probably your brain or some like egoic structure of you. And then when you just say, hey, it's okay. I love you. I love you. That's all you have to say. I accept you. It's okay. I forgive you. That forgiveness is a huge one right now. Feel where that comes from. Feel how your heart just opens up right there. So that's the difference. That's what we're all learning while we're on this bridge right now. So what my higher self wants to remind us, what actually created this bridge is all of us realizing that we're shifting into knowing that we're eternal or that we're divine rather than hoping. How cool is that? Is enough of us by now have been like, I know that I am eternal. I know that I am pure love. I know that I am pure light. It's not, I hope, like, maybe. It's no. Enough of us have finally been like, yeah. And we're still going to sometimes be like, oh, this is wild. Like, what ifs? There's a lot of what ifs, but that's okay because we've still chosen at a deeper root level to anchor onto this higher dimension of knowing rather than hoping that we are pure love and that this world is pure love and that we are accepting of everyone. We just know that. We're not hoping. And so that's what's created this bridge. So this was created by all of us being, oh, I love that term, the ultimate explorers. What my guides were calling us humans right now is we're especially as light workers, is we are the ultimate explorers. We're ultimately like exploring with excitement all of these new possibilities, all of this unknown with excitement rather than fear. We're bridging the gap from fear to love and excitement or whatever energy serves right there. The sun just like came beaming in right when I said that, so that's good. But yeah, we're ultimate explorers right now. And just let your curiosity be your guide. Let your curiosity really expand you. Follow your heart, follow that call, which I loved. Joy is a very strong energy to run right now. A lot of joy. Like, what brings you joy? And just do it. Because pretty soon this world's going to shift into where we're only doing things that bring joy to us. Thank you. Friendship is a large one. Being very clear about what friends you're surrounding yourself with, understanding from a higher perspective that if they're not matching your frequency, then they're going to just be dissolved whether you like it or not. And it might happen in a much uglier way unless you consciously like do something about it. Or that's the uglier side of it. There's also the beautiful side that most of us are on, is wanting to find that community or wanting to deepen into your friendships even more. And so just instead of forcing people around you to think the way that you do, be the embody. Be true to yourself. Say and do only what serves you. So even if you're hanging out with friends and they're talking about something that doesn't serve you, don't partake. And if you're meant to speak up, like speak up when it feels right by your heart, but you can still be with them and still be you. You'll just see how you're in two-dimensional realities at the same time. And they'll probably, if they love you, which all of us are surrounded by those who love us, will raise their vibration and they'll begin meeting us. But don't do that from an egoic standard, being like, I'm better than you. It's just, I know who I am and I am pure love and I'm here because I love you guys and we're all just love. It's, yeah, this just sounds so hippie, I know, but it's true. It's what's happening. Trust the flow. Trust the flow that's happening right now. Just so much trust, so much faith. What does faith and trust actually feel like to you? Not just the words. Don't think about these terms, faith and trust. What does it feel like to you? Embody that frequency. Send it all around you. Let it soothe those parts of your fear, that trust and that faith, and just aspects of your higher self that have always been within you. You're just meant to call upon them and be like, whoa, I feel like I need a lot more trust in this world or in myself right now. Or I need a lot more faith. Oh my God, I'm about to make that leap of faith. That's an actual thing, is we're stepping into the unknown. You're about to leap, and then you need to do that to actually take that step or to make that jump. You need an energy inside of you to push you, and that's faith. If you need to name what you're doing, if that makes sense. Building your tolerance. That's a big thing that's going to happen right now as well. Is by doing all of this, we're going to create this tolerance around us, this energetic resonance that names itself as tolerance. And it's what we simply do not tolerate and what we do tolerate. This bridge is so simple. A lot of people want to try to complicate what's happening right now. Yes, it's obviously very quantum and it's so fun. I love diving into all that. But at a very base level, it's simply us saying yes or no. It really is. Yes, that serves me. No, that does not serve me. Yes, no. That's building your tolerance. As simple as that. Do not make this complicated. Our hearts don't work with logic. Our hearts go yes or no. It's as simple as that. And so when you start doing that, you're going to realize that everything around you starts shifting. Or if it doesn't, you're going to have the tolerance to change something about it and to step away from what doesn't serve you. It's like very black and white when you start. I'm not saying this bridge is black and white by any means, but I'm saying it doesn't have to be hard to do this. You're going to have all of your human emotions about having to say no to things that you usually said yes to, but still do it and watch what happens. Watch the tolerance around you. And also it will shift you into a timeline where everyone else around you will accept what you're saying and what you're doing. So all of our guides right now, they just want to say, I love you. They are saying so much. I was just saying like, okay, collective messages, and they're just going, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Allow that love, allow the love to shift over you. What parts of you aren't you feeling worthy enough to accept this love? If you're not feeling the unconditional love that is completely around every single one of you watching this video right now, what parts of you are feeling a little unworthy of it? And be curious about it. Don't judge yourself. Love that part of yourself. Be like, I love that part of myself that feels unworthy. And watch how even that kind of opens your heart and lets you accept more love. Because all love wants to do is find love and make love bigger. That's all it wants to do. It's just like, love, 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 love. How can I love more? Oh my gosh, you love that part of you that doesn't want love. Here's more love. Like, it's just so simple, and it makes everything so much brighter. But it makes it a lot more easier on yourself too. It decreases all of those stress levels, the shit going on in the world. You don't need that anymore. Love the part of you that used to be really excited or really engaged in the duality. Think about those parts of you that were like kind of like, whoa, those were denser parts of me, and then send love to those parts of you rather than be like, thank God I'm not that person anymore. Instead of saying that, be like, I love that version of myself that was so willing to learn and to expand and to go through duality like that. And then watch how it just opens your heart more, and then you'll start feeling that worthiness. Or I love that part of myself that's not ready to forgive myself yet. Or I love that part of myself that's not ready to forgive that person yet, but I know I'm going to. Like, as long as you're willing and you're willing to step into it and you're on the timeline, then they don't see timelines again. Remember that. So it's going to shift that timeline to you, and it's going to open up your heart to be like, I don't care if you're not ready. Here's more love. We love you. Like, that's all it is. See things for what they are. See that everything's energy right now. See, when I say see things for what they are, don't look on the outside. Look at the souls. Look at the hearts of everyone around you. At the hearts of the situations that are happening around you, individually, but especially collectively. Is what are you focusing on? If you're focusing on the presidency, are you realizing that at a base level, what that is just duality, and it's not really serving anyone besides helping them learn what they don't want right now. So see it from that perspective. What I'm saying is basically see everything from the higher perspective, that everything really is just energy, and it's portraying itself in different ways. It's playing out in different ways. It's not a competition is what they want to say right now is, okay, so this is happening for individuals. They're showing there's a lot of energy of competition with yourself and with others right now. Stop that. That's duality too. Of course, as a collective, Republican, Democrat, celebrating. So I'm okay. Okay, no, I'm not gonna. Okay, we're gonna go there. So this is not judging anyone. Understand that I am completely in my heart. And this is just examples right here. Is, for example, when Joe Biden won and a ton of people were out celebrating, but then they were going like, fuck you, Trump supporters, like, told you, all this stuff. You can celebrate, like, that's fine if it's from your heart, but as soon as you celebrate because someone else is hurting or because it's going to hurt someone else, that's where the duality, that's where you're stuck in duality. That's where competition is taking over. That's where your ego is working. Let your triggers fall off with this. I don't care. Stop celebrating on behalf of someone else hurting. No matter what they've done, you are higher than that, okay? So we are all high light beings. Nothing's a competition. I'm not saying just that. That was just what just popped in my head right now, but we are all one. We are all not meant to compete against it's like competing against yourself. Like, that's just not fun. You're just meant to learn and to love all parts of yourself, no matter what parts of yourself or what learning experiences you're going through, or no matter what other people are going through, love them through it and understand everything is happening best case scenario. I am feeling excited, so I'm going to celebrate because this is coming from my love. I'm not going to do this because someone else is hurting and yeah, fuck you, you know? Like, that's just, feel what happens when you say things out loud. What actions you're doing, start talking out loud about what you're doing, about what you're saying, and see what parts of your body kind of light up. See where this energy is coming from. That's going to help you stay very slow, very in tune with your heart, doing and saying things that only serve others. Okay, so a lot of us are going to see a lot of, that's fun. They haven't really talked about these in these videos, is our guides are like, you're going to see a lot of birds of prey. A lot of you have been seeing red-tailed hawks. The red cardinal keeps popping up, so if someone out there needed to hear that. But there's that's going to be complete alignment in order to remind you when you see those, to remind you to step onto the path, to be like, whoa, to call your energy back about whatever you were thinking about when you came in tune with this bird, being present with it, grateful for whatever you were doing, calling back, blessing whatever situation your mind was sitting in, and then choosing right then and there, be like, hey, I'm going to step into unity. I'm going to step onto this bridge. Higher self, help me step onto this bridge. Those birds are right there to help you fly. They're saying they're going to help you, show you on a very physical level that you're meant to spread your wings and to fly into unity right now. You are not meant to keep living this duality. You're spreading yourself thin. Okay. Yeah, we'll stop there. That's a lot right now. But again, just please, everyone, stay in your hearts, stay in tune with one another, stay in truth with your own resonance, find that peace, find that golden energy that's within you, tap into it, expand it all around you. We've got this. There's a lot more craziness that's about to come. We'll see if I keep popping back from 3D to 5D with these videos, but I hope this helped from a higher perspective, because that's what's really truly needed right now is, yes, we're going to shift through this 3D. Yes, a lot of truth is about to be shown. Yes, a lot of people are about to freak out even more. Like, we can have all of our thoughts about that, but it really doesn't matter, because that's going to happen regardless. If it wasn't happening like this, it's going to happen in another way. So from that perspective, it's just much easier to stay up here, party on the bridge, and we're going to help others join us when they're ready. So I hope that served all of you out there. Please let me know in the comments below, or if you have any questions, reach out to me. But I'm sending so much love from my heart to yours, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of your night. Talk to you soon. Bye.